My interest was not in anyone. It was just about the new job. The first person I met was Sam, who received me very well.
It was not even girlfriend or wife, mother of my children.
Time yenyu mlikuwa na proposals?
Hakukuwa na hizo, imagine. We didn't know.
After that, the honeymoon, we went to Zanzibar. I had asked my wife, Seychelles ama Zanzibar. Akafanya hivi, akasema Zanzibar.
And we realized our business is not doing well.
So the empire we had built came down crumbling.
Our house was auctioned.
I became a mutura vendor. I sold mama mboga in order for the children to have something to eat.
Jeshi la Ulinzi la Kenya KDF linawatangazia zoezi la usajili wa Kenya ambao wangependa kujiunga nao kama wanajeshi. Zoezi hili litafanyika mwezi Oktoba mwaka huu. Usajili ambao utafanyika ni wa General Service Officers GSO, Cadets Regular and Graduates, Specialist Officers, General Duty Recruits, Tradesmen and Women and Defense Forces Constables. Je, una ndoto za kutumikia taifa la Kenya kama mwanajeshi? Kwa maelezo zaidi tegea KBC Radio Taifa tarehe 4 mwezi Oktoba, punde tu baada ya taarifa ya habari ya saa 1 usiku. Kadhalika, kwa maelezo zaidi ya wale ambao wangependa kujiunga na jeshi la Kenya, tembelea tovuti ya www.mod.go.ke. Kumbuka, tendo la hongo na ufisadi wa aina yoyote ni kinyume cha sheria na hakuna anayeweza kushawishi usajili wako, kwani zoezi hili ni bila malipo kwa wote ambao wangependa kujiunga na jeshi la Kenya. Ukikubali kuadaiwa, utapoteza pesa na mali yako na kuishia korokoroni.
Well, at this hour, we're keeping tabs on the country's second-in-command, who is currently in the northeastern part of the country. He has already transversed Garissa, and he also transversed Wajir County. We'll be keeping an eye on that particular story, as and when we get more details, we'll be sharing them with you during this course of this bulletin or in our subsequent bulletins. My name is Abdiaziz Hashim. The sign language interpreter at the bottom end of the screen is Baron Bully. Let's start off with by-election matters, where former Ugunja Constituency Development Fund CDF manager Moses Omondi will fly the Orange Democratic Movement ODM party flag during Thursday, November 27, 2025 by-elections. This is after he trounced two opponents during the party nomination exercise that ended on Friday evening. Declaring the results, the returning officer Felix Ngala announced that Omondi had garnered 5,329 votes, beating his closest rival Joseph Otieno Alur, who got 2,789 votes. The third candidate, Frederick Owino, managed 1,336 votes. Omondi appealed to his opponents to support him win the seat that fell vacant after Opiyo Wandayi resigned to join the broad-based government as Energy Cabinet Secretary.
The two other gentlemen, Honorable Member Otieno Alur and Honorable Member ZB Owino, who also took part in this exercise, I want to request them that it has now been, I've been declared the winner, but I want to humbly ask them that they should join me, being members of ODM, to support me towards now the final, the final race, which will be conducted by the IBC on 27th of November 2025.
Still on the political front, Democracy for the Citizens Party will fill candidates in all elective positions across the country during the 2027 general elections. Addressing the party delegates from Kiambu County, the DCP leaders, led by the Deputy Party Leader Cleophas Malala, criticized the relaunching of a Jubilee Party, saying it is a calculated move to undermine DCP in the Mount Kenya region. He said numbers will be used to determine the opposition's presidential flag bearer in 2027. The leaders further accused some opposition politicians from the region of being used by UDA party to divide Mount Kenya region.
Hiyo chama ambayo inazinduliwa kesho imekuja kuvunja DCP na umaarufu wa Rigathi Gachagua. And therefore the Mlima people, mimi sitoki kwa mlima, mimi naweza sema jioni nitaenda Kakamega nikule ugali yangu. Hiyo chama must be warned that kama mko kwa united opposition musikuje kugawanisha.
Our candidate wa DCP, His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua, atakuwa kwa ballot ya mwaka 2027.
Also on education matters, grade 10 learners could face a major setback when schools reopen in January 2026 as concerns mount over whether textbooks will be ready in time. Publishers are warning that delayed government payments threaten the timely printing and distribution of learning materials critical for the rollout of the new curriculum. Speaking during the opening of the 26th Nairobi International Book Fair, Kenya Publishers Association chairperson Camel disclosed that the next major supply of textbooks is scheduled between October and December this year. However, he cautioned that the process is in limbo, with publishers still owed substantial amounts by the government. Without the release of funds, he noted printing and distribution could stall.
The next major supply will happen between October and December this year. This is for grade 10, the first level of senior secondary school. We are in the process of contract signing and other procurement-related logistics. And once we are done with this, we shall embark on the printing. However, publishers are still owed substantial amount of money by the government. And recently, when we had a press conference, we urged the government to speed up and prioritize payments so that we are able to proceed and print, distribute, supply books for grade 10 in time for school opening in January 2026. So we still remain optimistic as the publishers that will happen.
Still with education matters, a teacher in Laikipia County is innovatively transforming the education approach to early childhood development education. Mount Kenya University student Dorcas has built a model CBE classroom at the Manguo Primary School that brings the real-life settings into the learning process. Dorcas has transformed an ECDE classroom into what she calls a one-stop hub with pretend houses, a shopping mall, a meals area, a numbers corner, and even an ATM model. While ECDE coordinator, that is Madam Rahab, says that the space is both fun and informative and could be a model for classrooms across Laikipia County. This comes as Kenya's competency-based education emphasize practical learning center teaching. Research shows that interactive methods such as games, storytelling, and role-playing make early learning more effective.
I've loved material development and CBE. It has something that has been a passion. But at times you might have a passion, but you might not be really diverse. But when you get you meet men and women who really have so much in them and who really want to support you, you bring out everything that you thought that you didn't have.
These materials are going a long way in improving the teaching learning of the ECD learners, because we all know the ECD learners learn by manipulating these concrete objects.
The skills that she wanted them to acquire, they would kind of acquire them in some critical way of thinking, and we are not stopping it at that. You could see she wants to bring in some creativity. This is what now will bring in the aspect of the talent of this child.
Laikipia County, we have quite a number of other ECD centers. We have around 450 ECD centers, and there have been benchmarking in this particular center.
Liani Kiva Hearing Impaired Primary School in Machakos County has benefited with a twin dormitory for boys and girls worth 3.6 million shillings, jointly funded by the National Fund for the Disabled of Kenya, ANFDK and KenGen. Speaking while commissioning the dormitory yesterday, the organization Board of Trustees Chair Christina Kenyatta Pratt said the investment was meant to give the learners a dignified home that will improve their quality of life and learning environment. And NFDK also pledged to support the institution with a further 600,000 Kenya shillings for the construction of the matron's house, who will be in charge of the learners.
The Nation Fund continue to support institutions for learners with disabilities across the country with annual grants towards improving the facilities or renovating those ones that need to be improved.
Wale wote walemavu ambao wako manyumbani wapelekeni shule na muwatoe, na pia make sure wamekuwa registered. Ndio kama ni matibabu wapate bure, kama ni kusafiri wasafiri bure, na hii fund pia iweze kuwafaidi.
Corporate entities and institutions across the country are being used to step up investment in cybersecurity as cases of cyber attacks continue to rise. Speaking during the 28th graduation ceremony of CHRM College in Nairobi, Principal Margaret Kinyanjui stressed that robust cybersecurity systems are essential in protecting sensitive data, ensuring business continuity, complying with regulations and safeguarding corporate reputation. During the event, 876 graduates were conferred with diplomas and higher diplomas in various disciplines, including cybersecurity, human resource management, and forensic investigations.
Cases of fraud in the workplace, in the banks, or whichever area that you are in, we have seen that there is a need that we need to bring on, to train people who have the capabilities of cybersecurity. Other than that, of course, we know about AI and what AI is going to disrupt the workplace. It has already disrupted that workplace.
Teknolojia inasaidia sana na ni ya muhimu katika hii nyanja ya HR ama human resource, na hasa nitasema ni kwa kurahisisha mambo, kwa sababu mambo yale angechukua muda mrefu kufanya kwa akili ya sisi kama manually, kwa sahihi tunaweza kuifanya kwa haraka.
Residents of Muhanga village in Navakholo constituency, Kakamega County, have torched 8 houses belonging to a man accused of killing a 10-year-old boy. The man is said to have committed the act after the boy allegedly defiled his 2-year-old daughter. The man, identified as Matthias Malichi, is said to have assaulted the class 4 pupil, dragged him to his house and later killed him before summoning the boy's father to collect the body. The suspect narrowly escaped the mob's wrath and is reportedly still on the run. Navakholo OCPD Abdi Mohammed said investigations have commenced, even as he cautioned members of the public against taking law into their own hands.
Nimeambiwa mtoto alikuja kuchukuliwa nyumbani kama anaosha vyombo. Akaitwa kutoka huko akakuja huko. Wakaanza kuchapa mtoto.
Angemchukua mchapa kama ni kiboko kidogo tu, asifanye nini? Asimuue.
Hiyo mkono alipigwa kila kitu. Mtoto mdogo. Kama mtoto yuko na makosa, mbona hakuita sisi?
Tulipoenda Navakholo tulipata kweli mtoto amerebiwa na mtoto wa jirani. Walipima mtoto, wakatufanyia matibabu, wakamaliza. Mimi nikaenda kwa polisi kuripoti na mama yake. Na nilipokuja nimepata kwamba kuna genge la wauni liliingilia katikati, wamepora hapa mali ya ndugu yangu.
The 32nd edition of the Maralal International Camel Derby is underway in Samburu County, bringing together communities from across Kenya in a colorful display of unity, culture and adventure. The annual 3-day event is graced by Tourism Cabinet Secretary Rebecca Miano and Samburu County Governor Latili Lelit. The 3-day event is not just about camel racing, but a celebration of culture, heritage, peace, conservation and sporting excellence.
Kama serikali kupitia Wizara ya Utalii tutaendelea kuvutia wageni wengi sana hapa Samburu. Tupate biashara, tupate pesa za kigeni na Samburu imarike. Pia sherehe hii inaimarisha umoja, inaleta furaha katika jamii na nimeeleza governor kama serikali tutaendelea kushirikiana na serikali ya county na nyinyi wote wananchi, ndio mwaka ujao tuweze kuleta wageni kutoka dunia yote.
Over the years, the camel racing has done a lot to keep us in the path of peace for all these communities. The Rendiles are here, the Boranas are here, they witness the camel, and the camel is a big unifying factor for peace initiatives in this part of.
The Principal Secretary, PS State Department of Blue Economy and Research. I'm being informed that that story will be taken in just a few, but let's take a short breather. We'll be back with more.
Looking to advertise on KBC? KBC announcement services are now available on eCitizen. Visit kbc.ecitizen.go.ke and fill out the online application form. It's simple. 1. Complete the form. 2. Upload required documents. 3. Receive a quotation based on word count. And 4. Get notified via SMS when your announcement is ready. Please note, clearly indicate the type of announcement, service station, and all relevant details. 2. All applications must be made online only. Manual submissions will not be accepted. And 3. Announcements will air after news bulletins. For assistance, reach us on email ecitizen@kbc.co.ke or use our social media handles, Facebook, your Facebook account, and X at your X account. Or you can call us on 0723-892-654 or 0734-780-124. KBC announcements. Simple, fast, and digital.
When you think of gold, platinum, silver, and copper, your mind likely goes straight to luxury jewelry or high-end electronics. Moringa, peppermint, and platinum designed to detox from within. Each sip was herbal, minty, and surprisingly smooth.
This, when it goes into the body, it actually pushes out all the toxins.
Well, and if you just want to own a little piece of luxury, that is copper, whether gold or silver, do join us this Sunday as we speak precious metals and your health.
Wiki hii kwenye mkulima, tunaongeza dhamana kwenye maziwa.
Hii biashara sio ngumu, lakini ni lazima ukuwe na passion ya kazi yenye unataka kufanya. Kwa sababu ile shida nimepata sana tuko nayo na vijana ama na mtu yeyote mwenye nataka kuanzisha biashara, ni ile mtu kwanza kuangalia ni faida gani nitapata.
Ungana nasi Jumamosi saa 10:30 hapa KBC kwa mseto kamili wa mkulima.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Now, the ICT Authority is still grappling with mild challenges in its effort to fast-track connectivity and accelerate access to networks across the country. ICT Authority Board Chair Lily Ngor says that the authority has embarked on enhancing connectivity in undeserved areas in 19 counties to help boost access to government services and promote e-commerce. She was speaking during the induction of the ICT Board and Management held at Mlolongo, Machakos County.
There is digital hubs that have been actually extended to all the wards in Kenya, in our country. The government is committed, and that is why it's given us the resources that we need.
We experience challenges with the citizens who are actually cutting our fiber. And we are working with the police or the interior to help us. We have a team from interior that is looking at the critical infrastructure should not be destroyed and used for other activities that were not intended for. We have also emerging issues to do with security or cyber security. It is our responsibility to ensure that we provide an environment that is safe and secure for the investors.
The Ministry of Health in Nandi County, in collaboration with the Swiss Ability, has launched a prosthetic and other mobility devices center at Kapsabet Referral Hospital as an important step in restoring mobility for people who have lost their limbs. In addition to the center being enhanced, various staff will oversee the manufacturing of these devices. The new center has brought significant changes by increasing access to essential services for people with physical disabilities who previously had to travel long distances to access such services. The initiative will go a long way in improving the quality of life of those living with a disability.
I've been using different types of prostheses, but the current innovation with the new technology, I want to say that this is one of the best prostheses because it's very light, it's also all-weather, and I do believe that it will assist us in many day-to-day activities.
The very first time we have put in a substantial amount in our county budget through the Department of Culture, Gender and Social Welfare to be able to procure the materials that will be required for us to be able to construct prosthetics for our citizens here in Nandi.
A device that will help you walk again, and my wish is that you will walk again better than you walked before.
Over 100,000 expectant and nursing mothers have benefited from a knowledge acquisition training on how to identify proper and quality baby care products. The training comes amidst an outcry of counterfeit baby care products flooding the market that are endangering the lives of newborns. According to Baby Banda Fair Director Elizabeth Wanjiku, since its launch 10 years ago, the training has enlightened many mothers on baby-friendly products and how to care for their newborns.
Under this fair, you get to have all the information, the products, services that you need as a new mom, as an old mom.
It's a one-stop shop like event. I don't have to go from one mall to the other. I just come here and I know I'll get everything I want for my child, and also to learn from experts like pediatricians from different hospitals and many other.
It brings the market, the stakeholders who are doing the mother and baby products in one environment. So it brings people offering value to that environment together. We also have extremely educative talks. Moms get to understand different aspects of their pregnancy and taking care of the baby.
4 newly appointed Nzoia County Executive Committee members were sworn into office in a ceremony that was presided over by the County Governor George Natembeya at the Town Hall County offices. Speaking during the event, the governor revealed that the decision to reconstitute his cabinet was driven by ineffective service delivery from some of the members. The 4, Kerio Lorot, Water and Environment, Pius Gumo, Lands, Eliud Tormoi, Gender and Youth, and Robert Wamalwa, Public Service Management, pledged to work diligently and deliver quality service to the people.
So nataka kupatia mtu ambaye anakuwa na ile inaitwa initiative, personal initiative.
Sio umepewa waziri mambo yanahusu department yako, na ukipata wananchi wanalalamika, pia unalalamika na wananchi, maana hujui kwamba the buck stops at your door. Personal accountability. Mimi niko na hakika na niko na confidence ya kwamba wataleta msimko mpya kwenye serikali, endapo na kureject serikali kuhakikisha kwamba yale mambo yote ambayo niliwapromise, niliwaahidi wa Kenya wa Trans Nzoia kwamba tutawafanyia kwa miaka 5, tutaweza kuyatimiza yote.
Elsewhere, hundreds of family members and friends converged at St. Anne and Joachim Catholic Church in Kiambu County to bid farewell to Margaret Mugure Waihenya, the mother of former Kenya Broadcasting Corporation Managing Director Waithaka Waihenya. Speakers at the Requiem Mass paid glowing tributes to the 84-year-old retired teacher, eulogizing her as an icon in the teaching fraternity and in the community. The late Margaret was also hailed as selfless and industrious individual who pursued her career in teaching profession at different institutions until her retirement in 1996.
Therefore, as I condole with you, I just want to take this opportunity to congratulate your parents for bringing you up the best way possible, for educating you, also for taking the value of education so that you can be liberated from things that bedevil the community.
You believed in doing things the right way, with care, order, and intention.
It is said that some people die at ebb tide, some at low water, some at the full of the flood. Mom died at the full flood, just as God wanted it, in the peace of the Lord that she worshipped all her life, and in the placidity of the ethereal waters of heaven, which perpetually craved to drink. She led her life handsomely, and as a family, we are convinced that Mom is at the bosom of Father Abraham.
Once more, we do send our condolences to Waihenya and family following the tragic loss of their mother. We do hope that they will find restitute during this particular tough moment. Elsewhere, allies of President William Ruto from the Ukambani region have faulted retired President Uhuru Kenyatta for his remarks that the current administration has undone progress made during his tenure. Mwala Member of Parliament and United Democratic Alliance National Organizing Secretary Vincent Kawaya dismissed the former president's claim, accusing him of leaving behind a battered economy. Kawaya said President Ruto is on track ahead of the 2027 polls, arguing that his administration is investing in bold long-term programs that will yield returns for citizens. He further defended the government's grassroots empowerment initiatives, which have come under criticism from the opposition, challenging detractors to propose viable alternatives instead of fault-finding.
Are you not aware? Uliwacha unga ikiwa 250 na ishateremka kutoka hiyo 250. Are you not aware? Uliwacha fertilizer ikiwa 6,000. Fertilizer ishateremka ikaja 2,500. Are you not aware? Hata mafuta ya kupikia uliwacha lita moja 370. Are you aware kwamba ilishateremka kiasi?
Kwa hivyo lecturers, tunawaomba msikize sauti ya rais wetu, msikize sauti ya cabinet secretary, ndio tuweze kuwa na makubaliano ambayo itatusaidia.
Also, tomato farmers in Makenene Ward, Borabu sub-county of Nyamira County are decrying a lack of constant water supply for irrigation, high cost of pesticides and other chemicals, and high interest rates on bank loans that they say hinder their productivity. The farmers, led by their proprietor of King's Produce Farm, George Mongeni, are urging both the national and the county government to intervene by offering government-backed financial support and investing in the necessary infrastructure like drilling of water boreholes.
The county can come and help us. Something like water, drilling boreholes is not a very bad thing. Because if they drill a borehole at the hill there, so many people will get water and they will go into this.
serikali itusaidie kwa pesa, itupunguzie madawa yenye tunatumia kwa greenhouse, ipunguze usuru na itusaidie kwa mikopo ili tuweze kuajili vijana.
Let's take a look at what is happening in the world of sports. Kenya's journey at the WBAC Youth Baseball 5 World Cup in Nayarit, Mexico, has taken a tough turn following back-to-back defeats that have ended their semi-final dreams. Our sports reporter Daniel Mwendwa has the latest from the action-packed quarterfinals.
Kenya's hopes of reaching the semi-finals of the WBSC Youth World Cup were dealt with a major blow on Thursday night after a nail-biting 2-1 loss to host Mexico in a thrilling quarter-final showdown. Mexico came out swinging, taking the first set with a clinical precision. But the young Kenyan side bounced back brilliantly, edging out the host in the second set with a dramatic 8-7 win.
The game against Mexico was good. We started off badly. We came back. We were able to get one set back, which was hard fought. But the third set, I think we had succumbed to some injuries in the first and second set. And because of that, we were not able to cope up.
But the momentum shifted in the third and final set. Mexico capitalized on key scoring opportunities and powered through to seal the match with an 8-3 victory, sending the home crowd into frenzy.
Let's say it was a bit hard, but we tried our best, and we tried our best to hold Mexico, and though they have defeated us, we are still proud. We have another games to play. We wish God will help us, and we know that we'll become victorious.
And now free us. With the loss, Kenya dropped into the placement rounds and faced Lithuania, a match that saw the team struggle to regain their rhythm, but came back stronger to win the second and the third set respectively to win the game.
We've learned a lot. First of all, we've interacted with many people. We've learned a lot about the game. There were some things that we didn't know, but we've learned even now as we prepare for our next game. We know about a lot of this tournament, how things do run, and we hope for the best for the next game.
Nick, you hear about it. You be the judge. There's the run scoring. That was never in doubt.
Kenya now turns its attention to the final placement match. The match is set to be played later tonight, where they'll be fighting to finish in the 5th place, a respectable finish in their debut outing at this level. For Channel 1 Sports, I'm Daniel Mwendwa.
Miriam Chebet claimed a commanding double victory in the 5,000 meters and 10,000 meter races during the ongoing Nyanza region leg of the 2025-2026 Bingwa Fest edition held at the Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Stadium in Siaya. Following her triumph, Chebet bagged home a total of 550,000 Kenyan shillings.
The Bingwa Fest leg of Siaya witnessed an electrifying atmosphere which saw participants feature in different sporting activities, including athletics. Miriam Chebet was on top form after emerging victorious in the 10,000 meters race. Chebet clocked 32 minutes 47.03 seconds to beat Daisila Gerono, who timed 32 minutes 48.01 seconds, and Karen Chebet, who clocked 32 minutes 52.0 seconds to finish second and third respectively. She then edged out Gerono narrowly to an identical finish in the 5,000 meters, timing 15 minutes 54.06 seconds as Gerono crossed the line in a time of 15 minutes 54.09 seconds. Abigail Chepkoech settled for the third position. In the men's 10,000 meters, Titus Kiprotich was crowned champion, timing 28 minutes 29.8 seconds. He was followed by John Lomoni and Shedrack Kipngetich in the second and third positions respectively. Fresh from setting a new personal best in the 400 meters hurdles at the World Championships in Tokyo, Japan, Weissman Were lined up in the 100 meters and summed to victory in 9.9 seconds to beat Denise Mwai and Ronald Kiprono. Frederick Muki for Lunchtime News.
And now we have some developing story from the English Premier League, where West Ham United have dismissed Graham Potter from their particular side. And of course, that means West Ham will be on the hunt for another coach. And of course, the fixtures on match week 6. No surprises here. Brentford will start over the weekend with Manchester United. You know that Brentford over the years, over the seasons, have been beating Manchester United. Let's see what will be different this afternoon. Chelsea will face off Brighton. Crystal Palace against Liverpool. Leeds will face off Bournemouth. Man City, Burnley, Forest versus Sunderland. And then we'll cap it off for this evening with Tottenham Hotspurs versus the Blues. And of course, the English Premier League continues on Sunday and Monday, where the Gunners are set to take on the Newcastle. That concludes our bulletin this afternoon. Do join us in our subsequent bulletins at 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. My name is Abdiaziz Hashim. The sign language interpreter at the bottom end of the screen is Baron Abuli. Good afternoon for now.
I got a steak.
Steak iko wapi?
This is what?
Una nyama?
Yeah?
Una nyama? Hiyo ni ngozi na mfupa. Peke yake hakuna nyama hata moja hapo. Basi nao ni mjinga mama, wote ataje shilingi 50 alafu uje ukutema nyama yote alafu kai chini ule.
Lakini mbali na hivyo tena wacha hivyo. Hata kufikia